In the midst of ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, the people of Kyiv have unfortunately become accustomed to frequent air raids. However, the 15th such attack by Russian forces on May 30 of 2023 was no less harrowing for those who call the Ukrainian capital home. Despite this, there was a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos as Kyiv's air defenses successfully intercepted incoming missiles, preventing further destruction and sparing countless lives. Though the city remains on high alert for future attacks, its residents can take some comfort in knowing that their defenses are strong and capable of protecting them during these tumultuous times. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine continued on May 30, 2023 with Russian forces launching airstrikes on Ukrainian air bases. This aggressive move led to reports of damage to more than one air base. Meanwhile, the city of Kyiv faced its 15th air raid this month alone, highlighting the constant threat faced by those living in the region. Despite this ongoing danger, Ukrainian officials reported that their air defenses had successfully intercepted and shot down incoming missiles. The situation remains tense as both sides continue to engage in military action, with no clear resolution in sight. The recent shelling of the eastern Ukrainian city of Toretsk in Donetsk region resulted in a devastating loss of life as 2 individuals were tragically killed and 8 others sustained injuries. The ongoing conflict has left civilians caught in the crossfire at great risk, with their safety and well-being constantly threatened. As tensions continue to escalate, it is crucial that measures are taken to ensure the protection and security of innocent people affected by this conflict. It is imperative that a peaceful resolution is reached to bring an end to the suffering and bloodshed that has plagued the region for far too long. The ongoing conflict in the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut has seen a change in the forces involved, with Russian paratroops and motorized units replacing besieged Ukrainian forces. This shift has resulted in a significant increase in casualties on both sides, as Ukraine reports ongoing heavy clashes and counterattacks on Russia's flanks. The situation remains highly volatile, with no clear end to the conflict in sight. As the violence continues to escalate, concerns are growing about the impact on civilians caught in the crossfire and the broader implications for regional stability. Efforts to find a diplomatic solution to the crisis have so far proved elusive, leaving many to fear that further bloodshed is inevitable. The ongoing war in Ukraine has recently taken a disturbing turn with the revelation by Gov. Vyacheslav Gladkov that Ukrainian troops shelled several frontier settlements in Russia's Belgorod region, causing injury to 4 civilians. The incident discussed in this context highlights the increasing tensions and hostilities between 2 nations. This situation raises serious concerns for the safety and well-being of innocent civilians who may find themselves caught in the crossfire of this conflict. It's worrying to see how this conflict affects regular people who just want to live their lives. Everyone involved must act quickly to reduce tensions and find a peaceful solution to the crisis. The recent legislation signed by Russian President Vladimir Putin has stirred up controversy. The law permits elections to take place in Ukrainian territories that are presently under Russian occupation. While some argue that this move may help to resolve the conflict in the region, others are deeply concerned about the potential implications of holding such elections. Critics worry that any electoral process held under duress will not be truly free and fair, thereby raising serious questions about the legitimacy of any resulting government or administration. This debate brings to light the intricate political challenges that Ukraine and its neighbors face. It also emphasizes the importance of ongoing dialogue and engagement among all parties involved. Only through such efforts can a path forward be found towards achieving lasting peace and stability in the region. The situation in Ukraine is dire, with the ongoing Russian invasion taking a severe toll on innocent civilians. To date, the The Ukraine General Prosecutor's Office has reported that 483 children have tragically lost their lives, while over 986 others have suffered injuries as a result of the conflict. The violence shows no signs of abating, leaving vulnerable communities devastated and struggling to rebuild amidst a backdrop of lost infrastructure and human lives. Urgent action is needed to address this ongoing crisis and provide much-needed support to those affected by this conflict. The Chinese government has been vocal about their stance on peaceful resolutions, particularly in regards to conflicts that involve multiple countries. They have called for diplomatic talks and negotiations to resolve any issues, while also emphasizing the importance of respecting each country's sovereignty. Furthermore, they have urged all parties involved to abandon a Cold War mentality and move forward with a more cooperative approach. One issue that China has been particularly concerned with is the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. They have stressed the importance of protecting civilians and prisoners of war in the conflict zone, as well as ensuring the safety of nuclear power plants in the region. The Chinese government believes that a comprehensive approach is needed to address these complex issues and bring about lasting solutions for all those affected. The High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy of the European Union has expressed doubts about the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. The representative pointed to the lack of progress in negotiations with Russian troops as a reason for concern. Despite this skepticism, he emphasized the EU's unwavering commitment to providing support for Ukraine against any acts of Russian aggression. The situation remains a concern for many as tensions continue to escalate, and it is imperative that all parties work towards finding a peaceful resolution to this long-standing issue. There is an ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. Recently, a political advisor to President Volodymyr Zelensky proposed a post-war settlement. This settlement has the potential to lead to peace and stability in the region. The proposed solution involves creating a demilitarized zone inside Russia along its border with Ukraine. This zone would encompass the regions of Belgorod, Bryansk, Kursk, and Rostov. Such a move would not only help prevent further hostilities but also foster better relations between the two countries. While it remains to be seen whether this proposal will be accepted by both sides, it marks an important step towards finding a lasting solution to the conflict in Eastern Europe.